This particular part of the syllabus is concerned with particularly the corporate personality and corporate identity, those first two sections of the model I introduced you to previously. All organisations have a personality, and their personality is constructed of two main variables. One, corporate culture, and two, the strategy process. Not the strategy itself that the organisation follows, but the processes and procedures they use to develop strategy. These in turn shape the identity of the organisation. All organisations have an identity. It is just that some organisations choose to manage their identity and others don't. Some organisations choose to develop their organisations as brands. And the key aspect of a brand is that brands make promises. So, organisations own brands, but stakeholders own the reputation. We are concerned in this section with understanding how brands can be developed, how brands can be communicated, and that the value that they develop can be expressed appropriately to each stakeholder audience. One of the ways in which we can deliver this particular part of the unit is to use case studies. And I think that your candidates will appreciate learning from the experiences of other organisations. And there are lots of case studies, and some of these are documented in the tutor resources, but lots of them are around us, even if they're just snippets in newspapers, or we find them on websites or in news programmes. They can all be developed. One site that I think you should go to is the Shell site. And if you go to Shell, you'll find in their video section a film. It's called Eureka. And they've got part of this Eureka being used as a television ad at this very moment. And it traces how an inventor, an engineer actually, developed a new technology called snake technology to reach oil that was previously inaccessible through conventional drilling techniques. And what this particular video does is that it explores Shell, the personality. It shows how engineering, not just all marketing, other parts of the organisation, all can interact in order to portray and present the organisation in a particular way. This is not about deceit, it's not about forgery, it's about presenting organisations accurately, honestly, and showing how they are attempting to contribute to our society. So that Shell site is really an important one to go to. And there are many others which you might find, and if you do find some interesting ones, please let me know, because I can then filter these across to other people as well. When we're considering how organisations communicate their identity, there are two main variables. And if we look at this slide, we can see that one is symbolism, the way organisations use signs, names, logos, colours, fonts, workwear, architecture to communicate who they are. And the other is behaviour. Now this is really very, very important. We're looking at the behaviour of people within the organisation. So essentially we're looking at the behaviour of employees and how they interact with stakeholders. But we mustn't forget management either, the way they negotiate, the way they communicate. These are two very important aspects of the way we develop the identity and brands.